Hello guys, and this is one of my videos on Tankfest 2016 down at Bovington Tank Museum in Dorset. So I've always been into history, and my favourite subject has been World War II. Obviously I've become more focused on tanks during World War II thanks to the World of Tanks game, so I decided to pop along to Tankfest. Looked pretty interesting. As you can see, this is just clips of the stuff that was going on at Tankfest. This video is on the more modern tanks and vehicles. It's not something that interests me too much. I'm more into my World War II tanks, as I said, but this was interesting nevertheless, and I guess a lot of people will be interested in knowing what goes on at Tankfest. As you enter, there's like three little camp areas where they have like a American area and a German area and an English area with like little tents set up and like trenches dug out, and they've all got the right clothing for the time period and weapons and things like that. So it looks, and they just kind of act out like a what it would be like to be a soldier at that point in time, I suppose. It must be pretty boring for them, sitting all day doing that. But hey, what the hell? They're getting paid, I suppose. And there's a lot of stalls selling food and obviously tank type stuff. They also have got the museum is open, so if you pay for Tankfest, you can go and have a look around. And I went into the museum briefly. I have been to the museum before. Now, okay, this bit is quite interesting. I was really interested in this vehicle, which is a bridge, basically, a mobile bridge. Because obviously I'm quite familiar with World War II films and stuff like that. I do understand that they had a lot of trouble making bridges across rivers, and that was and this is modern day apparatus can put a stop to all those problems. So it's pretty damn awesome, really. The technology, the amount of weight this thing can take, and how easy it is to put up. Yeah, so the museum is open. I did go there when I had I was really into World War II stuff briefly for a year or two during my early teens, but I don't remember too much about the museum itself. So obviously at Tankfest there's loads of events, so I didn't really go in the museum much. And I'll definitely want to go back again to actually have a proper look at the museum itself, go around and see all the different tanks and things. It's a very big museum. It's got a very big collection there. I took some photos next to some World War II tanks, tanks that I've got in the game on my PlayStation. It's on Xbox and PC as well, and they sponsored Tankfest as well. They had a whole area set up where they had some famous YouTubers who play World of Tanks, obviously having chats with people and playing some games on the stage. Obviously had a lot of consoles and PCs set up for people to play. And now I did try to go and have a game on the in the wargaming area, but I stood in line for about 45 minutes, and then I got inside and realised it would probably take another 50 minutes to get on a console, and to be honest, I thought, well, I can play that at home. Let's just go and see what's on today, because I only went for the one day, and I didn't really want to waste that day playing World of Tanks, which I could do at home. I was kind of hoping that I might meet one of the YouTubers I watch, or maybe they were giving away codes for free stuff, but I don't think that was happening. So I bailed and went to see some actual stuff happening in the arena. I suppose, like I said, I'm not too familiar with modern tanks and the like. This is obviously kind of mechanical tanks that, you know, don't see frontline fighting or anything, like the bridge, obviously, and obviously these bulldozer type ones here. They're for getting rid of landmines and stuff like that. And I think later on in this video you get to see a tank being towed, which I've always it's kind of interesting. I mean, you watch these war films and you play these games and stuff like that, and you never really think about, what if they break down? What if you can't fix them on the road? How the hell do they transport them back? So it's interesting to see that a tank, a vehicle that's probably slightly smaller than the tank, being able to tow a big massive tank like that's bigger than it. Some other stuff that's going on was talks and things, you know, the general kind of convention-y type stuff that you get at you know, comic conventions and things like that. There was also a couple of flyovers, which was very last minute. They didn't have it on the programs. There's a Spitfire and there's an American fighter. I can't remember what it's called now. I'll look it up, because it won't be in this video. And obviously some of the like I said, I use my camera just for doing Let's Play videos, so it's not really very good at capturing this kind of footage. So I had to do a lot of editing to cut out all the really bad, very shaky recordings, because I was in amongst the main crowd, so trying to get a good view was difficult as well. But I've managed to save some footage. I mean, this is about 15 minutes long, this video, and my other video should be just as long. They also did some kind of recreating battles and stuff. That was quite interesting. You'll see some of that here. A little. It's not really a recreation of battles, but just how they use some of these vehicles in a combat situation. Like this tank here. Like this is one that's going to actually get towed later. This lovely tank destroyer here. That looks like it could do some pretty mean damage. So like I said, yeah, the World War II stuff is a lot more my thing, and the second video will be of that. So hope you watch that one, and hope you enjoy this one as it is. Bovington is actually quite a long way away from me. I say long way away, it's an hour and a half, just over an hour and a half drive. It's not quite an easy place to get to from where I live. It's not on a motorway. You have to go through A roads, and they can be quite difficult if you have traffic. Luckily we didn't this time, but obviously once we got near the museum, it was very busy. And obviously the parking was alright. You had to park in a field, but unfortunately, it being a British summer and all, it's been raining quite a bit, so I was a little bit concerned that we might not be able to get out due to mud, but we were okay. And here we go. Yeah, like I said, this is all very cut up and edited to try to get some good footage on, and it's not so bad. I really do need to invest in a new camera and like a tripod or something like that to steady my shots, because but I mean, at the moment I don't really do many videos like this. It's pretty much just sat on top of my my speaker filming us when we do Let's Plays. My girlfriend did come with me, and which I was very happy about, because obviously this is not most women's type of thing. She was actually more enjoyed it more than she thought she would, especially the battle recreations. But she is very jumpy, and there's a lot of loud explosions, so she did have jumped out of her skin quite a few times. And if I played the original audio for these videos that I caught, which I kind of wanted to put in because the engines of these vehicles sound pretty awesome, but and obviously the explosions are pretty cool as well. But unfortunately, like I said, I was in amongst a crowd of people, so you'd get a lot of crowds of chatter, and there was a guy talking over the top, and obviously I'm editing it, so it wouldn't make any sense because it would be chopping all over the place. So I'm afraid I can't have the audio really on, but if I did, there is one time when you actually hear my girlfriend scream because the loud explosions go off. This is obviously a modern battle tank. It's going around at quite a pace, but it obviously could probably go faster than that. And quite a gun on it too. Now, this one is a personnel carrier, I believe, and this is where we get to see some soldiers perform a little battle scenario using these vehicles, and obviously the big one was at the end of the day. Now obviously recreating a World War II one, and as far as I know, a lot of these vehicles are obviously these ones here are actually military guys driving, and obviously there is a military base close by, but a lot of the World War II ones are volunteers who've kind of like just come for a bit of a laugh, really. The soldiers and stuff like that later on are volunteers, and a lot of the vehicles are actually donated their services, really. Now you've really got to be dedicated to keep up the upkeep on 1940 vehicles, and a lot of money, I should think, as well, insurance-wise and things. But there you go. There's some of them. Unfortunately, I didn't get great footage. Like I said, that person put their phone up to record. That's the unfortunate thing with large crowds. I enjoyed the day, but at the same time, people started to annoy me. You know, the ones who just stand around in the middle of the road where you're trying to quickly get to watch an event, because I almost missed the last event because I had forgotten the time and was going around the stalls, and I had to leg it from one side of the arena to the other to try to get a good view, and there were just people dawdling around, getting in my way. Yeah, I'm not a fan of crowds. I don't like being in the city for too long. You know, do some Christmas shopping, and that's about as much as I can really take. I like to do things at my own pace. So yeah, there they go. They're advancing towards the bunker, sorting the bunker out, and then they're gonna go back on to get back onto the vehicle and speed away. Now this is obviously how the professionals do it. Now, obviously, the guys who recreate the World War II scene are not quite as drilled as these guys are, but they do a good performance, and it's pretty awesome. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, what footage I could get, and join me for the next one where I do the World War II tanks. Really, there's a bit of other tanks in there, but it's mainly World War II, and obviously the planes. I'm not promising good footage of the planes because, like I said, shitty camera, and yeah. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you next episode. Bye.